Hello, me again. Grizzly Mark here, working on the Irish stone cottage. Well, supposed to be, but seem to spend too much time trying to put video footage together. Right, welcome my lovelies. If you're new here, take a look at the footage on screen to get an idea of what's going on. If you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Go on, you know you want to. It's that little button below that looks like this. Yep, go on, click it. Yes, that's it, well done. If you are already a subscriber, then brilliant, you're part of the family. You're all my lovelies. Anyway, it's hard putting this stuff together, especially when I'm using my phone for footage. I do have one of those little gimbal things, but my gosh, even that's giving me grief. And I'm a man that comes from 30 years working in technology. Oh, hold on a minute. Let me just get that. Hello? No, I've not been in a car accident recently. Yep, I'm going to have to go. Bye. Oh, sorry about that. Right, stick it out to the end. I promise not to drag it out too much. Let's see where I'm at with this stonework around the chimney. But first, the boss says I'm not giving enough information about some of the work we've done and suggested that I explain the technical stuff about what we did with the floor to resolve damp and water ingress. She's a one, eh? Hiding away in the back there, giving the orders. Right, enough of that waffle. I said I wouldn't drag it out. Let's have a look at this then. This is Grizzly Mark Tech Talk. So firstly, we backfilled that big hole we dug with a load of hardcore. So a load of stones and rubble all nicely broken up to make a solid base. That's all whacked down then with a big whacker plate. Following that, we put some type 1 or 804. Type 1's the English, 804's Irish. Just a load of little stones. Look, here's a big pile. 100mm of that. Nicely whacked down again. Getting it nice and level now. Following that, 50mm of sharp sand. That'll do the job. Smooth that off. Make sure it's level again. That'll prevent any breakage of the next layer. The radon barrier membrane. It's a polyurethane membrane. Protects against any radon gases coming up through the ground. Apparently that's quite common in that area, so we have to make sure that's down. It also acts as a damp-proof membrane to stop that moisture coming through. So, once that was down, now we can get on to the good stuff. The PIR insulation board. Insulation or insulation? That sounds strange when I say that. Anyway, whatever it is, 150mm PIR board. Then we decided to put another damp-proof membrane down, just a basic polyurethane sheet, just to be 100% sure that we were not going to get any of that nasty moisture coming up. Following that, we got the old contractor in because we weren't actually there by this point. Put down 100mm of concrete. So that's a nice solid base, good insulation, good protection, brilliant, job done. Only problem is we haven't really finished inside, so we need to be careful with the floor now that we don't make a mess of it. Especially when I do all this stonework around the chimney. Talking of which, how are we getting on with that? Come on, Mark, let's have a look. Let's try that again. Some light on it. Right down there.
So that doorway has been added at some point. The lighter colour stone there was never part of the original structure. You can see the clear line up there. Funny enough though, the stone lintel that was used to put in must have come from somewhere else, because there's layers and layers of paint on it. That's definitely been added. You can see the original line going up there. And then closely up here, on the side of here as well, that's part of the original chimney stack. There's several layers of paint, whitewash or whatever it was, and finished in blue. It seems to follow down here onto the next stone below as well, so we'll see more and lower stones there. So the edge of this was painted and these have been added. So there was never anything that tied it in this side. However, the other side, you can see that on here, it's not such a clean line. So whether or not, although this all looks like it's been rebuilt here as well though, it could be just a bit of a mess when this was filled in, I'm not sure. Yeah, not sure about that. But we'll need that bracing though, probably anyway. There's lots of other problems that we've got. See here on the light going a bit better. There's been several iterations here. So what it looks like when it was first built here, and then down there, and this was a big mantle stone. It's huge. And then at some later date, an iron back here has been put in. However, that's been remedied after that date by this being this added, this concrete lintel, because this iron surround is older than that concrete lintel. But the problem we've got is several remedies there have probably been because of, I don't know if you see it on the film there, this huge concrete lintel, oh sorry, stone lintel, there's a crack down the middle. So there's a fair few ton up there. I wouldn't risk taking that out, so I think it's only, gosh, probably about 20 to 30 centimetre deep. 20 I'd say. Doesn't feel like, I'll have to have a look, because obviously you've got the chimney going up behind there. Put my arm up there. I don't think it's that thick, but nonetheless it needs to be protected and supported. So the idea is we take out chunks here and here, either side, in the centre of each. We'll use acros to support that. We haven't got any acros, and we need a metre, one that will go from a metre extendable to probably usually about 1.8, and we can't get them around here. So that's another job for a later date. Support that, and then remove the whole section here, including the iron surround. And then we'd have to use probably engineer's bricks, set back slightly to build up either side. I would probably think a steel support across the top, face the engineer's bricks with stone so it matches in, and remedy the front somehow with stone across to hide the steel work as well. Yeah, so that's going to be a bit of a nightmare, that job. Brace, now we're thinking we'll go take that top layer of stones out, go from side to side, fix that, fit that in, and then I'll be able to remove either side and remedy any issues there, and put a new doorway here. Basically needs to have some thought. Could just take the chimney down but no, you gotta keep some original features somewhere, so we just have to help it stand. And it will look lovely once that's all cleaned up. And that massive stone there as the lintel, it's huge. Brilliant, that is. Cup of tea, wash down all that dust. I should really be wearing a mask on it. Yeah, not very good at that sort of stuff. I can't bear wearing them. But well, that's my own fault, I guess. But a cup of tea sorts it. Okay, so at the moment, possibly that doorway up, that mantle still needs to come out. I've left it in place to act as additional support, because we'll have a steel brace across the top, that ledge that you can see from side to side, tie in those top plates, and we will face then the rest of that chimney, so there will be no ledge there anymore, the ledge which is just there. So we'll have to reface all of that, rebuild that face up to the top, forget about having the door on the left there. And then possibly further in, about halfway, top will be timber, plasterboard front, plastered, with a door halfway back. The other choice is to have the two almost triangles either side of the chimney stack open, and some carpentry work maybe, woodwork, I don't know. And then face the front of that chimney stack again, and then doorway again halfway into here. This side, chimney stack all the way up, doorway the same, halfway in. Potentially some sort of cupboard above, don't know. This is all half done because we're waiting on the steel brace. Again, this will be taken out further down, the stonework, concrete. Timber there is all rotten, so that needs to come out. We'll put some concrete lintels in across there, or maybe a little bit higher to create a decent cupboard space. Probably in line with the top plate there. So that's the sort of thoughts at the moment anyway. The boss can't make a mind up, but we think we're going with something like that. I don't know. But we can't do a lot more until I get that steel brace in there, and then I can finish off the stonework. And need to decide by then really. But cupboard, door, fireplace, clean up stonework, repoint with lime mortar. It will look lovely.